Hello?
Miss Lestico, guess what time it is?
What time?
It's time for math!
Yay! Welcome back, first grade, to another day of shapes.
Oh, I'm so excited. What are we doing today, Miss Lestico?
Well, today our target has changed just a little bit. It says, I can draw 2D shapes and identify their attributes.
We've gotten pretty good at identifying the shapes and finding the attributes, or at least talking about them, but today we're going to focus on drawing them because some of these are kind of tricky.
That's right. Miss Lestico and Miss Lime have been practicing drawing these shapes for a very long time. So yours might not look exactly like ours, but we're going to show you some tricks that we've learned over time of how to draw these shapes a little bit easier.
And it's important to always just try your best.
That's right. As long as you have those attributes for your sides and vertices when you're drawing your shapes, we'll be able to tell what it is.
That's right. Well, Miss Lestico, what's the first shape we're going to draw?
Ooh, our first shape is going to be a circle. Now, I know a circle can be kind of scary to draw because you want it to look perfectly round. But as long as you try your very best to make one curved line all the way around, it should be okay. What Miss Lestico likes to do is I start at the very top and I mark a spot at the very bottom, so my goal of where I kind of want to make my circle round. And then you're going to draw one side and connect it. Oh, and that was a pretty good curved line, so I'm going to leave it. And then you do the other side with a giant curved line. And well, my circle is not perfectly even, but that's okay because I can tell it's one curved line.
Miss Lestico, are there any vertices or edges or lines or sides to mark?
Oh, that's right. If we're going to tell how many sides and vertices we have on this shape, well, we don't have any, so we wouldn't mark anything.
Oh, I guess that's all we have to do.
Curved line.
That's right. Okay, well, the next shape we've been talking about is a triangle. Now, I know a triangle has 3 sides and 3 vertices. So I always start at the top and I make a line sideways and then another line down sideways and then I connect them. Now, I know that a triangle can be a lot of different ways. Sometimes I might see it sideways like that. The important thing to remember with a triangle is it has 3 sides and 3 vertices. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3. And here are my vertices. 1, 2, 3. And all of these shapes have 3 sides and 3 vertices. So even though they look different, they're turned a different way, they are all still triangles.
That's right. And eventually you'll learn about the different types of triangles and exactly what they're called. But for right now, these are all triangles with 3 sides, 3 vertices.
Well, what's next, Miss Lestico?
Ooh, next we have a square. Now, if we remember, the important part about a square is it's a quadrilateral, so 4 sides, 4 vertices, but they're all equal. So you have to do your very best to make sure that your square isn't too lopsided or too long on one way, because then it might look like a rectangle. So I'm going to do my very best. I like to make a line at the top, and then kind of looking at how big that line is, I make another line at the bottom. And an easy thing is I can erase what I made too big so that the lines are the same size. And then I just connect the top to the bottom and the top to the bottom. And while it might not be perfectly equal, it looks pretty equal like a square. Now, if I'm looking for my sides and vertices, I know I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and then you circle our corners for our vertices. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I know another quadrilateral, Miss Lestico. Let's leave that square there so we can compare. I'm going to do a rectangle, which is a quadrilateral, meaning it also has 4 sides and 4 vertices. I'm going to start by drawing 2 long sides right beside each other. And I'm going to use Miss Lestico's strategy of just erasing to make sure they're equal. They're pretty much the same now. And then I can draw my 2 short sides to connect them. Now, I remember a rectangle can be up and down or side to side. I just drew it up and down this time. Let's see. Let me double check and make sure it has 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just like my square. And 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. So it really is just like the square, except it's not all equal sides.
That's right. Your rectangle kind of looks like 2 of my squares
Yeah.
put together to make it a little bit longer.
Mhm. Well, hang on. There's one more quadrilateral, isn't there, Miss Lestico?
You're right. There's one more. It's a rhombus. So remember, a rhombus is our 4-sided shape that's kind of tilted or
Mhm.
moved. So if I'm drawing a rhombus, I'm going to start with a little mark on the top. And I'm going to put a line going down, kind of like I'm building a triangle. So
Mhm.
like you would draw your triangles with 2 lines going out to the side. And then, well, I'm going to have to connect those 2 lines. So I'm going to draw 2 lines going back together in the middle. And we just want to make sure they connect at the bottom. And that would be a rhombus. Well,
Now, a strategy that you can use to help you learn to draw is to draw that triangle and then draw another triangle and then go back and erase the line. We don't want you to do that always, but it can help you practice.
That's right. And well, let's see. It has 1, 2, 3, 4 sides, and 1, 2, 3, 4 vertices. So that is definitely a quadrilateral.
Mhm. So these shapes share their same attributes, but they are all still a little bit different.
That's right. Well, now we're moving on to a shape with 5 sides. Oh, Miss Line, do you remember what that
Ooh,
is?
it's a pentagon. Okay, I know. Normally when I see a pentagon, it starts with a point at the top. So I'm going to draw a line down and a line down. So it almost looks like I'm making a triangle. But instead of connecting right here, I'm just going to start at this point and put a line down, down, and then connect them. Just like that strategy with a rhombus, if you need to draw a triangle and then a square and then erase that line, you can. But we want you to practice being able to draw it this way. And it doesn't have to be that way, right, Miss Lestico?
No, that's right. You could see the point to the side. You could see the point going down as long as it has those attributes.
Ooh, let's double check. It needs 5 sides and 5 vertices. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, I'm really glad I'm marking them, Miss Lestico, because as it's starting to get more, I don't want to accidentally count them more than once.
Oh, right.
I have 5 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 vertices. And even though this one is more of an angle, it's still 2 sides coming together, so that's how I knew those were vertices.
Well, let's look at our next shape. Oh, now, as we're getting down our chart, these shapes get a little bit trickier to draw. But the thing is take your time and think about each step as you're drawing it. So next we have a hexagon. A hexagon has 6 sides.
Oh, that's a lot.
I know that is a lot to draw. But a trick when I'm drawing hexagons is I like to make my top line and then I make my bottom line, and well, I kind of erase to make sure that they're going to be nice and equal.
And if they're not equal, it's okay. It just helps when you're drawing them.
That's right. And well, a hexagon has 6 sides. And so I'm going to need to make 2 sides going outward, kind of like a triangle on both sides. So what you can do is you can take Miss Lime's strategy and draw a line down and then draw a triangle out to the side and just erase that middle line. But we also want you to practice knowing, just draw the pointy line out to the side and draw another angled line to the middle.
And it also helps if you just want to put a little dot to the side, then you can just draw a line to connect to the dot.
That's right. But this is how you would draw a hexagon. Well, let's check and make sure that it has all those attributes. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vertices. So this is our hexagon.
Very good job, Miss Lustico. That was a tricky shape, but you know what's last? Ooh, this is a challenge for sure. This is an octagon, and I know that an octagon can be pretty tough, but I'm going to show you some strategies. Okay, let's see. I know an octagon has 8 sides. Here's how I draw my octagon. I put one line at the top and one line at the bottom. And then I come out here and I put a line to the side and to the side. So it almost, Miss Lustico, looks like a box that I split apart.
It kind
So
of
right now I
does.
only have 4 sides and they're not connected. Here's what I do. Now I can take this point and connect it up here. And take this one and connect it down here. When I'm making an octagon, especially when I'm learning, these sides are not equal. But that's okay. I can clearly see all my sides. You can make it smaller, you can make it bigger, but a line on the top, on the bottom, on the side, and then you can connect them all until you get used to drawing it. Well, let's double check that they all have 8 sides and 8 vertices. It's going to be especially important to mark it on this octagon because otherwise you might accidentally count it more than once or not count something at all.
That's right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I'm glad I marked it. I almost counted it again. Okay, I have 8 sides and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 vertices. It is tricky to draw an octagon, but I did not give up.
That's right. And as long as it has those 8 sides and 8 vertices, we'll be able to tell what it is.
That's right. It's okay if they're not equal. The only shape that has to have equal sides is what quadrilateral?
The square.
That's
Good
right.
job.
Well, Miss Lustico, I think it's their turn.
It is. On Seesaw, you are going to have to practice drawing some of your shapes and then labeling them just like we did of how many sides and how many vertices are in each shape that you've drawn.
We want you to take your time. It's okay if our shapes are not 100% perfect. Make sure you're using a drawing tool. If you just open up and click a shape, we're going to send that back to you because we want you to draw it. Seesaw already knows how to do it.
That's right. And if you do it in your journals at home, be sure to take a picture of that and upload it to your assignment so we can see that you're practicing it on paper at home too.
That's right. And of course, when you're done, push that green check mark.
Good luck.